Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be doing my anticipated March new book releases. So, as you guys can see, I am in a new sort of setup, and I don't know if you guys would notice exactly, but the bookshelves are definitely different. And the reason I'm in a new setup is because Marcus actually set up his like kind of home office. So we decided that our two smaller rooms were going to turn into like office spaces for ourselves and then keep our other room as our bedroom. And so this one room, he built a desk that he ordered. He got a new computer chair that I am sitting in. I'm also going to get a matching computer chair like this, but mine just isn't here yet because I haven't ordered it. I'm very delayed on that. But anyways, so he has the new computer chair, new desk, and then there are bookshelves in this new room that I'm in. There's two more over in front of me, and then there's another one over there. So there's a total of 7 shelves in this room, and they're all Marcus's books. So yeah, everything behind me are his books. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome collection. You guys have seen many of these many times because our shelves were combined originally, but now I'm going to be getting white shelves for my books and they're going to be going in another room. So yeah, we're going to have books all over the house. But anyways, for today's video, I'm going to be talking about my anticipated releases coming out in March, so the new books that are coming out. Before we jump into it though, I want to talk about today's video sponsor. So today's video sponsor is AB Crystal Collection. And so what they do is you send them a photo of something you want crystallized, and then they will crystallize it for you. So they sent me a little one that I got of Uno. I'm going to show you guys. I'm so excited. I opened it up and I was so impressed with the quality of this thing. So it's going to eventually go on my bookshelves once I build them. I don't even have them yet. Like, our living room is just my books everywhere because the bookshelves that I'm trying to order, which are Billy bookshelves, I'm sure a lot of you guys are very familiar with those, just keep going out of stock in all the stores. So I'm having a hard time getting them. But anyways, let me show you this. It is adorable. So they come in like a little padded case too to keep it like very like protected. And then so I got a little square. Look at this. And it's Uno. Can you guys see that? Oh, okay, wait. Can you see it? Uno has been like crystallized. Sorry, there's fingerprints all over it because I was too excited and I wanted to open it up. But yeah, so Uno is like in here. I don't know how they do it. It looks like they do like impression with like bubbles within the glass. And so yeah, now I have like a little Uno that I can put on our shelves. There, that's kind of a interesting angle. But like, look how cool that is. It's like, this is the side view, and it's all like bubble impressions inside this like crystal rectangle. I love it. It is amazing. And you can get, I'm going to put it down because I'm just like smudging it even more and I'm going to clean it and put it on the shelf. But what you can do with these, here, I'll put it in the case. What you can get for these, like this is the smallest size. They come in larger sizes and you can get like LED lights underneath to light them up so that they're just like glowing on your shelves. It's really cool. I was really excited that this company wanted to partner with me for this sponsorship. So yeah, I will definitely be trying this out again with other photos because now that I see how like amazing the quality is with a photo of an animal, I'm going to try doing it with like people and do that for one of the other shelves. I don't know where I'll put it yet. I know this one's definitely going to go on the shelf once they're set up. But anyways, super cool. If you guys want to do that as well, I will put the link in the description down below. And I actually have a little discount code that I can give you guys. So if you want to try it out, you can get a discount off yours. So definitely check that out in the description down below. All right. Now, let's jump into the book releases. So the first one that I was going to mention, I haven't actually read the first one in this series, but this is Hook, Line, and Sinker. And this is the second book in the Bellinger Sisters series. And this is a rom-com series. Now, the reason this sticks out to me is because the first book was actually supposedly supposed to be like kind of inspired by Schitt's Creek. And that immediately captured me because I adore that show. And so then I looked into the second one that was coming out, and it sounds fantastic. So this one is following a character named Fox, who is a total ladies' man. Everybody like knows this guy's like a partier and he's good in bed and out. That's a direct quote from the synopsis. So yeah, he's a big flirt. And then there's another character named Hannah who is also new to this place. And so she is also like very outgoing, and Fox and Hannah hit it off, but they decide to just be friends because they don't want to like ruin anything that could be, because Hannah really likes his personality. Fox really likes this girl, but he doesn't want to ruin anything or mess it up with her. So they decide to be just friends and live together for the time being. So Hannah actually has a crush on one of her colleagues and is going to Fox for advice on how to move forward in this like romantic situation that she wants to be in with her colleague. And so Fox finds himself being like the person that's helping her to get into a relationship with this other guy. But Fox does eventually realize that he has become so close to Hannah that he actually likes her. And so he wants to pursue a relationship with her. So it's a classic love triangle trope in the romance, this rom-com book, but it sounds like it will be a really fun time. And so, yeah, I definitely would like to check this one out. And then I'm just going to throw this one in here. I have not read this series, but I know a lot of you guys will be interested in this one. And that is The War of Two Queens. And this is the Blood and Ash series, I believe. Let me just fact check that. Yes, this is the Blood and Ash series, and this is actually number 4 in that series. So I'm just showing you guys that it is coming out in March. And then next up we have Gallant by V.E. Schwab. And so this is one that I actually have known about for a while. And this was the one that I kind of really wanted to get an arc of. Unfortunately, I didn't get an arc of this one, but I will still probably pick it up now that it's coming out in March. But it sounds so good. I'm going to give you guys like a read synopsis because it's another one where it's like a fantasy book. And we all know I can't do well with like giving synopsises for fantasy books. It just doesn't work for some reason. So I'll read it out to you guys. Olivia Pryor has grown up in Maryland's school for girls, and all she has of her past is her mother's journal, which seems to unravel into madness. Then, a letter invites Olivia to come home, to Gallant. Yet when Olivia arrives, no one is expecting her. But Olivia is not about to leave the first place that feels like home. It doesn't matter if her cousin Matthew is hostile or if she sees half-formed ghouls haunting the hallways. Olivia knows that Gallant is hiding secrets, and she is determined to uncover them. When she crosses a ruined wall at just the right moment, Olivia finds herself in a place that is Gallant, but not. The manor is crumbling, the ghouls are solid, and a mysterious figure rules over all. Now Olivia sees what has unraveled generations of her family and where her father may have come from. Olivia has always wanted to belong somewhere, but will she take her place as a Pryor, protecting our world against the master of the house, or will she take her place beside him? I'm secretly hoping she takes her place beside him because I'm always rooting for a villain story, but like this sounds so cool. It's like alternate worlds, but very like similar realities, and just like creepy things happening in the background. And yeah, I'm totally down for this storyline. I think it sounds super good. And I always love like creepy house books. I don't know what it is about it, but like creepy houses are just so fascinating to me. Like I'm so drawn into those storylines. So I think this one's going to be really good, and I'm excited. I also don't know where I'll put it on the shelf because Marcus has like a whole V.E. Schwab section on his shelves. So I don't know if I should like add them to his shelves or keep it on my own. I don't know. We're going to have to figure that out, but I'm sure he'll be excited that I get the book too. Speaking about creepy books, then we have The Book of Cold Cases. This one sounds pretty cool. So this is following a main character who is a true crime blogger. And so she has been blogging about, obviously, true crime, but she's really invested in this one story about 2 murders that happened in, I think it was 1977, where they were called the Lady Killer murders. And so 2 separate men were killed with the same gun, and notes were left for both of them. Now, this 23-year-old at the time was caught and brought in because they thought that she did it, but eventually she was acquitted, and so then she went and spent the rest of her time in her manor, and so she's kind of been like isolated there ever since. Like she doesn't go out and see people and anything like that. And so the true crime blogger decides that she wants to dive further into this case, and so she asks this woman if she could interview her, and she says yes. So the true crime blogger ends up going to this woman's house to do interviews with her. Some creepy things start happening at this house, and other things fall into place where it kind of is revealed that not all is as it seems. And so yeah, it's another like creepy house slash murder mystery novel, and so that's very exciting. Although I believe Gallant is like young adult, this one is definitely an adult book. So yeah, they're probably going to get into some more like gruesome detail, which it's murder, so that's bound to happen. But yeah, I'm excited. This one sounds really good. Sounds like a fun thriller, and I've been missing my thrillers lately. I've been really wanting to jump into some more thrillers, so that would be exciting. So apparently we're just on a thriller kick here because these are the ones that are sticking out to me for the month of March, but the next one sounds awesome. This is called The Night Shift by Alex Finlay, and I'm going to read the synopsis cuz like it sounds really good and I want you guys to get the full feeling that I got when I read this. All right, here we go. It's New Year's Eve, 1999. Y2K is expected to end in chaos. Planes falling from the sky, elevators plunging to Earth, world markets collapsing. A digital apocalypse. Timeout. So when Y2K was supposed to happen, I would have been turning 8. I honestly don't even remember people like freaking out about this, but apparently they did. Like I talked to like my parents and other people, and this was like a huge thing and people were so scared. And I don't remember people being freaked out about this, probably because I was 8, but still. Anyways, back to the synopsis. But at Blockbuster Video in Linden, New Jersey, timeout again. Blockbuster, that takes me back to my childhood, like going to Blockbuster all the time, renting movies. Those were the days, getting snacks. Such a good time. Okay, back to this. Sorry, I keep interrupting. All right. But at a Blockbuster Video in Linden, New Jersey, 4 teenage girls working the night shift are attacked. Only one survives. Police quickly identify a suspect who flees and is never seen again. 15 years later, in the same town, 4 teenage employees working late at an ice cream store are attacked, and again, only one makes it out alive. Both surviving victims recall the killer speaking only a few final words, "Good night, pretty girl." In the aftermath, 3 lives intersect. The survivor of the Blockbuster massacre, who's forced to relive her tragedy, the brother of the original suspect, who's convinced the police have it wrong, and the FBI agent who's determined to solve both cases. On a collision course toward the truth, all 3 lives will forever be changed, and not everyone will make it out alive. That sounds awesome. I'm so pulled into this. Mainly, well, there's lots of 90s nostalgia that's going to be in this, so like I'll like that too. But just like murders happening and then copycat murderers, and it just sounds like it's going to be like a really twisty book, and I think I would have a really fun time trying to like puzzle through who the killer is and like figure out the mystery before it's revealed. I love doing that with thrillers. So like I think this one sounds really good and I think it's going to be a fun time. All right, so continuing on the thriller train, I guess we're just going to call this Thriller March because I'm literally just talking about thriller books. But this one's called 9 Lives by Peter Swanson, and I'll do my best to sum this one up for you. So essentially, 9 different strangers receive a list in the mail of a bunch of names. Their name is included on the list. Nothing else, no other pretenses. They just have this list of names and they don't know why they have this list. So a lot of them just chalk it up to it being a fluke or something like that. But then some of the people on this list start dying in really awful ways. And so that prompts an investigator to get in on this kind of situation and try and figure out what's going on so that they can hopefully figure it out and save the rest of the people on the list before bad things happen to them as well. So yeah, this sounds like another like twisty turny book. I also love this cover. I think this cover is absolutely stunning, and it definitely like pulls you right in from the get-go before you even know anything about the book. Just looking at the cover pulls you in, which is awesome. That's just like the designer in me wanting to see pretty covers like this. But yeah, so I think this one could be a really fun time and another like mind bender, which I'm totally here for. All right, so we'll take a pause on thrillers for a little bit and jump over to this adorable rom-com, which is called A Brush with Love, and this is by Maisie Eddings. This is a like dentistry student rom-com. Like how friggin' cute is that? And the cover with like the toothpaste lettering, that's adorable. So this is just essentially following like a character who is going through school to like be a dentist, and she meets this guy during school. I think she actually like crashes into him because of course that's how all rom-coms happen, where the girl accidentally crashes into the guy. And so the two of them hit it off right away, but then they decide to be just friends, and then of course being just friends doesn't seem to be enough for either of them near the end, and they'll probably try and bring that love forward and be dentist lovers. They might have a sweet tooth for each other. Oh god, this is bad. I'm so bad. I'm sorry. But anyways, that one sounds really adorable, and yeah, that could be like a quick fun read to break up all the different thrillers that I'm excited about. Then we have the Kaiju Preservation Society by John Scalzi, and I got super excited as soon as I saw the word kaiju because that's like big monsters. So that got me really excited. And so this one says, this is like the synopsis. It's another like heavier one, so I'm going to just read it to you. When COVID-19 sweeps through New York City, Jamie Gray is stuck as a dead-end driver for food delivery apps. That is, until Jamie makes a delivery to an old acquaintance, Tom, who works at what he calls an animal rights organization. Tom's team needs a last-minute grunt to handle things on their next field visit. Jamie, eager to do anything, immediately signs on. What Tom doesn't tell Jamie is that the animals his team cares for are not here on Earth. Not our Earth, at least. In an alternate dimension, massive dinosaur-like creatures named kaiju roam a warm and human-free world. They're the universe's largest and most dangerous panda, and they're in trouble. It's not just the Kaiju Preservation Society that's found its way to the alternate world. Others have too, and their carelessness could cause millions back on Earth to die. That sounds so cool. This sounds like a Jurassic Park situation that's about to happen with kaiju, and so I'm totally into this. That's exciting. Really, really intrigued by this one. Then we have this one, which actually looks so cool, and it's a magic steeped in poison. And this is following a main character who is like a tea steeper. And so she accidentally kills her mother with poisonous tea and has also infected her sister with this. So now she has to go to this like poison tea competition and compete against other people because the winner will earn a favor from the princess, and she thinks that this will be what she can ask for to help save her sister from the poison that's killing her. So now she's thrown into like these games, there's politics, there's like a random boy that she finds in this competition that she's intrigued by, and so maybe she might be the one that's more in danger now. But this whole like thing just sounds so cool, and I've never really thought of the concept of like a tea steeper being a main character in a book, but like I'm totally into that. It seems really interesting, and there's going to be magic, so yeah, I am invested in this, and of course another stunning cover. Okay, and then the last one is called A Forgery of Roses by Jessica Olsen. So this one is sounding really cool. It's following a main character who has the power to change people through portraiture. So, for example, she does a portrait of you with a very slim nose. You all of a sudden have a very slim nose like the portrait, and it physically changed you. So she has magical portraiture skills. And so one of her clients, she's doing this to keep her and her sister afloat because her parents are no longer there, and so she needs to look after her younger sister. So one of her clients actually discovers that she has this ability because she's been trying to hide it when she does portraiture. Once her client has discovered this, she wants to hire her to come back to their manor to do a portrait of their dead son so that hopefully it will bring him back to life. So she goes to this manor, but she finds out that this son might not have died by natural causes and somebody actually might have killed him. And so before she can finish this painting, she needs to figure out how he died in order to complete the process. And so she teams up with the son's, would have been his older brother, who is like a poet, and the two of them work together to kind of like solve this mystery. And yeah, I think that's so cool. Like, that sounds like such a fun synopsis. So it's mixing like creepy house, murder mystery with magic and art. I think that's like such a good way to like mix all those things together and have a cool storyline. So I think that this sounds like it's going to be a really cool book. And yeah, I'm definitely interested in this one. And that's it for all my anticipated reads coming out in March. Let me know if you guys have heard of any of these books or have even read them. Maybe you guys have ARCs already and you've already read them, and which ones I should pick up. Also, let me know what your anticipated reads are that are coming out in March as well, because I always want to know what other new books are coming out that maybe I would have missed. So yeah, definitely put all that in the comments down below. And let me know what you think of these like cool crystal things. I don't know. I'm so pumped about this. I think it's so cool. And it's adorable. Like I have a little Uno now in like glass format. It's really hard to see, but like he's cute. He's such a cutie. So let me know what you guys think of those and if you're going to try them out. Anyways, if you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and Coffee page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as a link to buy my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post my videos on Mondays and Thursdays. And until next time, keep on reading.